Hello guys, today we're going to talk about the movie Dredd, the 2012 remake. First, a bit about it. It was released, like I said, in 2012. It's rated R and it's an hour 35 long. It has 7.1 out of 10 on IMDb with about 241,000-ish user votes and 60% on Metacritic with 30 critics. Stars Carl Urban, who was in Star Trek, and Olivia Thirlby, I think that's pronounced her last name, who was in Juno. And it's directed by Pete Travis, who directed Vantage Point. The movie has 79% by critics on Rotten Tomatoes with 161 critics and 72% by audiences with 153,000-ish user audiences. The critics' consensus on Rotten Tomatoes is that fueled by bombastic violence and impressive special effects, rooted in self-satire and deadpan humor, Dredd 3D, that's what it was called at the time, does a remarkable job of capturing its source material's gritty spirit. The movie is available to stream on Pluto TV. Other than that, it's available to rent and buy on Amazon, YouTube, Fandango, Google Play, iTunes, Vudu, and it's available to buy only on the Microsoft Store. And the movie was released on DVD in 2013. So, my thoughts on it. I love this movie. It's definitely better than the Sylvester Stallone film, Judge Dredd, that was released in the mid-90s. Definitely better than that. Although that one, I don't hate, per se, but we'll get to those. That's a topic for a whole nother video. And I wouldn't recommend that one. But, what I love about this movie is that it's just so hardcore. It really is a hardcore movie. It's violent. It definitely could have been made in the 80s, but at the same time, it makes sense that this will be made when it's been made, because it definitely, I don't know, there's kind of like this passion behind it. Like, we're just gonna make a Dredd movie everyone wants to see. We're just gonna follow. It's an actual real, because the first Judge Dredd was pretty much a Sylvester Stallone action flick. They kind of portrayed a lot of the Dredd traits, like for example, you never see his face, you don't know what he looks like, he never takes his mask off. They portrayed that really early in the movie. I will, on an incredible side note, I will say if Sylvester Stallone kept the helmet on, I could see him as a decent Judge Dredd, but the movie just wasn't a good movie at all. Other than casting, I think was not bad, in all honesty, but yeah, it's definitely violent. The writing, I don't think there's really a message in this movie. I feel like there's something in this about like um potential and meaning potential or something. I don't really know. It's really just more about like this Dredd and the person he's with, like them working together, trying to make things work, really, really all that. And it's pretty much just a violent action adventure video gaming movie that's just very well executed. It's an indie movie too, so you don't have Hollywood trying to be like, ugh. It definitely reminds me of movies like RoboCop and just other like 80s action like hard R fests. But I think what separates this one above those ones, I think that why people love this one so much is the fact that it isn't afraid to be like its source material. Now, personally, I've never read any of the Dredd comics. I only know of what people said. And a lot of hardcore fans say this is an accurate description of Judge Dredd, and I'm gonna say, I'm gonna go with that because when I see this movie compared to the original, original from '95, which I have seen, this definitely feels like more like a Judge Dredd movie. That movie felt more like a Sylvester Stallone action movie that was like, oh, we're also Judge Dredd, you know? This is definitely Dredd. Action's great, cinematography's awesome, acting's great. A story is simple, but it doesn't really need to be complex because we're going into this world for the very first time, and it doesn't. And they don't. And the ironic part is they don't do a ton of. They handle world building incredibly well in this movie. Like you don't need. It doesn't spend too much time on it. Enough to kind of give you an idea of what it is, but not to a point where it just pretty much like overcomplicates the world, because the world isn't that complex. It's in per se. Um, it introduces and talks about things that naturally. There's a good flow and pace to the movie. I think the only thing people might have issue with is that there's not really a message in a movie per se. I mean, there's definitely shit that's going down that's kind of important, but I don't know how to convey that as a message. And by I mean more about the female supporting character and who she is and what she goes through in her relationship with Dredd. That's a big thing. But a lot of it is kind of like, hey, this is going to be an actual Dredd movie. We don't know if we're going to do this again, so let's just be a Dredd movie and do a great job with it. That's kind of the vibe I got from this. And there was demands for years for a sequel, but it's not happening. 8 years have passed since this movie's been out. I mean, all those actors and everything. I mean, Carl Urban, I mean, since all they have to show is like his lower face, I mean, I can see him maybe wanting to suit up again. But if they're gonna do that again, they need the same people and they need the same freedom, and I don't know if they can get that nowadays. But for what this is an awesome movie. I definitely recommend it. In terms of available, it's definitely out on DVD. However, I have the DVD version, though I do think this movie would look pretty cool on Blu-ray. Um, but yeah, I do enjoy this movie a lot. I think the only thing, like I said, that holds it back is that it's not a movie to really. It's not a lot of thinking in it. It's more just enjoy the dreadness. Enjoy it. Enjoy the dread. um, but yeah, I definitely recommend it. I think it's definitely not a kids movie, but if you and your bros or maybe a girlfriend that shares your same level of high intensity violent schlock that's incredibly well done, this is the movie for you. Is it for everyone? No, I'm not gonna say it's for everyone. Not everyone's gonna get into Dredd, but if you're a fan of like ultra violent action movies that are incredibly well done, this is a movie for you. But yeah, I'm gonna end it here. And yeah, guys, thanks for I recommend it. And yeah, thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like the videos, and have a good day.